clearly in terms of travel, nobody should be driving along Interstate 65 or US 31 between the, let's say, the Dodge City exit and just the Morgan County line up around the Lacon exit. Okay, so nobody should be on Interstate 65. In fact, I would suggest this tornado is crossing the interstate right now, and goodness gracious, this is absolutely incredible. So again, this is a violent tornado that is approaching downtown Coleman. It should be close to Interstate 65 right now. And, of course, within a matter of moments, that will take it right into downtown Coleman. Everybody in downtown Coleman should be in a safe place, hunkered down right now. Do not, stay up watching this on television. Just take your phone. You can watch this on an app. And all you've got to do is be safe at this point. And
that's a multiple vortex tornado.
Yeah, it sure looks like those are very...
You've got multiple vortices rotating around a common center.
Yep. And again, as this comes through downtown Coleman, more than likely this could actually begin to become darker as debris gets involved. We have noticed the debris ball signature on radar, which means that there is clearly debris in the base of that. And I'm going to tell you what, Jason, you might put a note. Okay, you put a note in the Weather Service chat in Huntsville.
Yeah, they're aware of this. This is and again, this is if you're anywhere from Kugler Creek to downtown Coleman, we can't. I mean, it's obvious. You've got to get to safety. Middle of the house. If you don't have a basement, if you are if you're listening to us at Walmart in Coleman, this may even come close there. I mean, the entire city of Coleman, from top to bottom, you need to be aware of this. We're going to watch this thing come right up into the middle of the city. Most likely, if not there, it's going to cross over the exit right out there close to the flea market. So if you're near the flea market on Highway 278, just saw a power flash in the screen there.
It's going to get close to this site too.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking very close. I think it may be just a little west of here, but you can see how it's getting bigger in the screen as it's coming toward us.
That's clearly a multiple vortex tornado. You've got these vortices rotating around a common axis, which is the core of this tornado. And again, more than likely, this is right on top of downtown Coleman right now. So again, the next call to action, if you are north or east of downtown Coleman, you need to be in a safe place. Clearly, everybody in downtown Coleman has to be in a safe place right now. And if you're north or east of Coleman, you need to be in a safe place as well, because that is a violent, large, dangerous tornado that is coming through the city of Coleman right now, more than likely producing extensive damage. And soon, it'll be interesting to see. Again, we're watching the radar feeds, and we want to take that full because that's all that matters. But we'll tell you right now that this thing is going to come right up through downtown Coleman and then continue northeast, Jason. It looks like this one, instead of affecting Holly Pond, will affect the areas north of there. This is Gold Ridge and Fairview and places like that.
Yeah, this is the classic Coleman County path, the Highway 69 path. Based on the high top radar, the circulation ought to be crossing US 31 in a matter of a few seconds. So East Coleman, East Elementary School, out towards St. Bernard, you need to be at a safe place. We are near St. Bernard with this camera. You're looking live at a tornado. You can see those small things. That's debris. That is large debris flying around in a funnel that is approaching downtown Coleman. This could be a devastating tornado moving into the city of Coleman now. It is very large. Based on that image right there, I'd say it's at least a quarter mile wide, if not bigger, maybe a half mile wide. And it seems to be getting stronger. It seems to be getting bigger. So if you're in Coleman, please take our advice and get to a safe place right now. I realize the power is probably out. I'm really surprised we're still able to see this on the camera. But this is just an incredible shot of a tornado moving into the city of Coleman right now. There is large debris flying around in it. Don't stand outside and watch this. If you have to, just turn the television up as loud as it can go, and as long as you've got power, you can hear us. And if not, if the power goes out, just give it 10 minutes after the power goes out, and until you know everything has calmed down, until the rain has ended again, then you can go out and check things. It's going to take us a while, too, to understand what kind of damage has been done here.
Because I want to point out, you're going to see this change in character as it comes through the city. You might see a point where you're not going to see this dark-shaped cloud. That doesn't mean that it's not down. This is more than likely a long-track tornado that's going to stay down for a long time. This could be a half 1/2 mile wide down there at the surface where it's touching the ground. And again, we've seen these multiple vortices from time to time, but that is a large wedge tornado that is coming through downtown Coleman. And again, do not worry about the change in the structure. This thing will probably stay down for a long period of time. So again, we are calling a tornado emergency for the city of Coleman and points north and east. That corridor going up Alabama Highway 69 up toward Joppa and Arab. And as Jason said, you know, that is a very famous tornado corridor. And again, notice how it seems like you don't see the dark wedge down here. It's on the ground. You will notice that we've got a lot of debris down here in the base of this. This tornado is probably only about 5 miles now west of the Skycam site. The Skycam site is on top of the water treatment facility in downtown Coleman. And again, let's go into the bottom of that, Jason. Let's look for debris. We're going to check the bottom of this large tornado, okay? See the debris? We've got debris that's flying around in the base of this violent tornado that's coming through downtown Coleman right now.
And you can see all the different vortices involved with it, how the condensation funnel continues to change. You probably cannot see the entire impact of all the wind here. And again, please do not try to get it's in downtown right now. Look at that. That's pieces of buildings in downtown Coleman flying apart. So again, I cannot stress it enough. Please, if you are northeast of Coleman, take this very seriously. This is a life-threatening emergency in Coleman County, northeast of downtown Coleman for about the next 20 minutes. A tornado is on the ground. We know it's on the ground. We see it. Please take cover immediately.
And again, you can see the debris. What happens, the radar beam will bounce off of these, the shrapnel, if you will. That's called a debris ball. But in this case, we don't need a radar. You're looking at it live. And again, this is coming right through the middle of downtown Coleman. More than likely, it could be crossing US 31 right now. And again, this will be coming out in that general Highway 69 corridor up toward Joppa and Arab. We're going to stay with this as long as we can. This is perhaps one of the largest tornadoes we've caught on our tower cams over the years. Typically in Alabama, tornadoes are rain-wrapped, and typically you can't see them because of darkness, hills, or terrain. But we actually caught this the minute we first looked at the Skycam shot. And again, remember, I stress, just because you see this thing changing in structure, it's still down. You're going to see it looking different from time to time. And there could be a time where it lifts temporarily, but clearly we have debris right down here that is on the ground. And again, this is going to be very close to the Skycam site. So let's pull that thing out just a little bit, Jason, and you can see how...
Just for perspective, James, that tower on the right-hand side of the screen, that's the Channel 52
that's First
tower.
Baptist Church.
That's First Baptist Church Coleman. So it is passing
to the right.
over the courthouse right now.
The Coleman County Courthouse sits across the street from First Baptist Church, and that is a low-power TV transmitter in Coleman. And again, this thing is coming right through the middle of downtown Coleman, right near First Baptist Church, right near the Coleman County Courthouse. It will continue moving roughly out Highway 278. Again, this is a tornado emergency, and I think we just lost power.
Just lost it.
All right. If we can double box this, okay, what we're going to put me in a box and the tornado in a box, and if we get the power back, we'll go right back to that. But again, that is a freeze frame of a violent tornado that is coming through downtown Coleman right now. All right, and that is moving northeast. The tornado could be very sizable based on what we're seeing on the Skycam. That tornado down at the base could be 1/2 mile wide, potentially. Again, we'll find out later with the storm surveys, but obviously there's been major damage in downtown Coleman from this. And again, that is going to be coming out to the northeast. This is Fairview right here. This is US 278, and again, the circulation is in downtown Coleman moving northeast, and that's Alabama Highway 69 right there. And Jason, this is your world. You grew up in Holly Pond, and Holly Pond took a big hit this morning, but this one, again, will be passing farther north.
Right. Alabama Highway 69. Folks have known that area from Simcoe to Fairview up to Bayleton for years. And this is that classic path that will go from Coleman northeast up through that Highway 69 area. In fact, the tornado may actually be a little bit south of 69 for a while, and then it may wobble back and forth along it. That last image we have is very telltale. You can see those large black specks. That's where we have debris that has been picked up in the funnel and tossed around it. And from one side of that to the other, it may be as much as a solid half-mile wide. So if you're in Fairview, if you're in Berlin, if you are in, the northwest side of Holly Pond, up around New Hope, up the Fairview Holly Pond Road, and then up into Bayleton and Birdsong, you need to be in a safe place now. Also, along US 278, if you're just north of 278, close to the Refuge, which used to be called the East Point Church of God, if you're out in that area, you need to be in a safe place immediately. That's just beyond our Skycam image here. So a large tornado passing on the east side of Coleman. It will pass over the new auto part manufacturing plant, Yutaka Industries. It'll come very close to that. In fact, it may be there right now. The radar image you're looking at and the Skycam image is now dated by several minutes. We have a radar image, though, that's dated by just a couple of minutes, and I think we've got a little microphone problem here.
Just have it ready.
Is that my microphone or
that was me? I'm sorry. I was talking with Alexander here. Okay. We're going to re-rack some of that video in just a minute if you missed the tornado. And again, what's happened, the power
your mic just went out.
Okay. My mic, I think, is on. I'm good.
One of us just went out.
Okay, I'm good. The power went out at our Skycam site, and the Skycam site is just east of downtown Coleman at the water treatment facility here on US Highway 278. And again, this is moving in this direction, and we encourage, and I say encourage, we plead that if you are northeast of Coleman from US 278 up through Alabama Highway 69, this whole corridor up to Fairview, Joppa, Arab, north of Holly Pond, Berlin, you need to be in a safe place because, again, what you see down there is what's coming your way. And I don't know if we're going to get power restored. If this thing came right over the water treatment plant, there'll be major damage, and that Skycam might be halfway to Atlanta, Georgia at this point. But again, we wanted to show you that that's what's coming your way. And in just a little bit, we're going to re-rack that video if you missed the live look at that large tornado coming through downtown Coleman. But again, the good thing, I say, if there's any good thing here, this is the only, okay, this is what it looked like not too long ago. This was live coverage of our Skycam as the tornado was dropping west of downtown Coleman, down around Good Hope, and at that point it was crossing Interstate 65. It continued to strengthen. It became one of these large wedge tornadoes coming right through downtown Coleman. And again, that is the storm that is now in the process of moving in areas north and east of Coleman. We call this a tornado emergency whenever we have a confirmed tornado like that. You don't need anybody to confirm that. You are all looking at it. The world is looking at it. Understand that tornado is moving northeast, and then ultimately it's going to wind up in Marshall County. But again, everybody in Coleman County that is northeast of the city of Coleman, especially up Highway 69, from Coleman on that stretch up to Fairview and Bayleton and Joppa, you need to be in a safe place. Please, we encourage everybody to take this thing seriously. You know, a lot of times you'll hear in our voice, it's kind of a marginal situation. This is not marginal. This is serious business. And that is a life-threatening tornado that has just come through downtown Coleman. So let's go back to the radar. And again, that's what you're seeing. That was video of the storm as it was coming through downtown Coleman. And again, this is Alabama Highway 69 that comes out of Coleman. And that circulation is back here in the back flank of that storm moving northeast. This community of Gold Ridge right in here. But again, Simcoe, Fairview, Bayleton, Berlin is right here on Highway 278. But again, Jason, these folks have taken a big hit this morning, and the last thing you want to do is see this coming. But again, this is serious business. You got to respect this.
And we know that power is out in the Holly Pond area up toward Bayleton, Fairview, and Arab. So if you know somebody that's in this area right now, you need to call them and let them know. If you're south of Holly Pond, south of US 278, it's not a problem. If you are north of Holly Pond, northwest of Oak Level, the Walter community and the Oak Level community are right out there close together, about halfway between Berlin and Holly Pond. So from about the tractor company on Highway 278 up toward Fairview and then back over to Bayleton. This is a potentially life-threatening emergency. Now moving across East Coleman County, there will likely be some large hail, some very heavy rain, gusty winds, and then on the backside of this, we have a very visible tornado that has now crossed through Good Hope and Coleman. Coleman County Emergency Management has told us that the tornado actually came across County Road 222 in Good Hope and then came up across South Coleman. So downtown may not have gotten the worst of this. It might have been just a touch south of downtown, closer to the the Walmart Supercenter, the Compass Bank, and all those businesses down there, the new Walgreens, the Blockbuster Video area in South Coleman at the intersection of, King Edward Street, Highway 69, and US 31, and a very well-known tornado in this part of the country back in 1988 followed that same path, right up 69. It actually hit the Kmart and took it out, and then destroyed the King Edward Cigar Factory back in January of 88. So this is a very similar path to that. If you were affected in that tornado, you may be affected by this one. The radar image here is a little bit old, so from Berlin to Simcoe to Fairview, this is on top of you right now. And if you are in the Holly Pond School District. Holly Pond School District is huge. It covers a large part of East Coleman County, all the way from Berlin, County Road 747, up 1669 a good ways, the Holly Pond Fairview Road a good ways, about halfway between Holly Pond and Fairview. We need you in cover immediately. This is not a time to stand on the front porch and watch this. You need to take cover as soon as possible and protect yourself from this. Interior closet, bathroom, hallway, lowest floor, a basement, a storm shelter, no mobile homes whatsoever.
While Jason's talking, let's roll some more of that video, if you guys have that, of the actual tornado back in the back. And again, Jason, I think the important thing we need to remind everybody here, the power's out in a lot of these places. And, you know, we can sit here and talk till we're blue in the face. And I'll say this again, if you know anybody in any place that Jason just called out, call them. There's a good chance you can't get them, but just by golly, maybe you can with a cell phone, but because that might be the only way they know that is coming. So again, this is a tornado emergency for the northeast part of Coleman County. For the city of Coleman, we can give an all clear. The concern now is northeast of Coleman. This thing is rolling right up Highway 69, Fairview and Baileyton. More than likely large hail, maybe the size of golf balls falling up in the hail core of this storm.
And James, let me pass along this message. Just got to note that Pleasant View Baptist Church in Holly Pond. If you're in Holly Pond and you need to take shelter, you've got just a couple of minutes to get there. Pleasant View has a basement. You can go there. They've opened that up as a storm shelter. They have built a brand new facility there for situations like this, and it looks like today is the perfect opportunity to use that. So Pleasant View Baptist Church, just east of Holly Pond on Highway 278, you can go there and take cover.
And again, we are not ignoring any other part of the state. This is the only severe storm in our part of Alabama. There are other tornado warnings in parts of Mississippi and up in the Tennessee Valley, but this is the only storm in our television market that includes Coleman County. And we should point out that the Weather Service has gone ahead and issued, I take it back, we have a new tornado warning for Lamar and Marion. All right, so what we're going to do, let's go off of the image, and let's put me with a radar behind me. This is a new tornado warning for Lamar and Marion counties. It was nice while it lasted. The Coleman County storm will be exiting Coleman County into Marshall County in a matter of minutes. But I think everybody knows the danger there. So now the focus is going to be up here in northwest Alabama for a new supercell storm that is moving out of Mississippi, and there will be many today. But again, this is a very dangerous looking storm. And again, it's the classic look. It doesn't get any more classic than that. Possible tornado signature now just west of the city of Hamilton. If you're watching us in Hamilton, go to a safe place now. That's a small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. Nobody should be driving on Interstate 22 or U.S. Highway 78 or Corridor X at this point. And again, that is a very dangerous storm that is coming right up toward downtown Hamilton. So let's go from the Coleman sky cam. Now we have two sky cams in Hamilton. We're very fortunate here. We're going to take a look at both of them, and we're going to see if we can see the same thing. It looks like we got another great shot at this, looking back off to the south and west.
CenturyTel is still out in Hamilton.
Okay.
So I think that we're going to have trouble getting anything from either Skycam.
And this is what we talked about this morning. We have major infrastructure problems here. We have widespread damage from this morning. We have major internet outages, and all of the Skycams are delivered via the internet. So again, at this point, we do not have the Skycam from Hamilton High School or the Skycam at the Stratus Station facility, and that is not good. All right, we've got reports of debris falling out of the sky in Macon, Mississippi.
Oh, goodness.
This is, again, this is going to be one of these red letter days. We're just going to sit back, take a big, deep breath, and we'll get through this thing together. But again, Hamilton, take cover. This new tornado coming out of Mississippi will be moving into Pickens County, and a new tornado warning will be forthcoming for Pickens County within the next 5 to 8 minutes. So again, just to let you know that we have another strong rotation that's coming out of eastern Mississippi, and a tornado warning will be required for Pickens County within the next 5 to 8 minutes. And again, we've got...
just got a report, tornado on the ground in Bayleton, a wedge being seen from Fairview. So this is the one in Coleman County is now past Fairview. We got confirmation it's still on the ground, moving toward Bayleton.
Yeah, so again, this is a tornado emergency for the northeast part of Coleman County. Let's put the reflectivity back on this real quick. Just wanted to take a look at the storm structure. This is the storm that's coming up into Pickens County. And again, this will involve a new tornado warning in a matter of minutes for Pickens County. And again, we have had reports of debris falling from the sky. Remember, tornadoes are rotating updraft. Items are picked up and then at some point deposited